Good morning, students. Today I am going to take a class of your bridge course, that is previous year chapter. The chapter name is Our Food. So I have written here the chapter name Our Food. So why do we need food? It's a simple question actually. We need food because we need to stay healthy, number one. And second thing is we require energy. We require energy. And third is it helps in our growth, etc. So these are some of the factors for which we need food. But in children, we need food because if eating food will stay healthy, we get energy and will grow, will increase in size. So totally, physically and mentally we will be healthy. That's why we require food. Okay. So next is good diets. Good diets in the sense what we eat and what exercises we do. It is very very important for development and also for prevention of disease. For prevention of disease. Prevention of disease. If you won't eat healthy food, we will not get disease. If we eat healthy food, we will not get disease. Eat healthy food, we will not get a disease. One of the main reasons for serious diseases is lack of good proper food. Lack of good food. Like many of these problems handicap people for their entire lives. So if you won't eat your food properly, and especially when you are very small baby or when you are very young, you may get some serious diseases which may handicap you. Your leg may not perform properly, your hand may not perform properly, and all your body, some part of the body, liver, heart, may get some serious diseases which you may suffer throughout the life. Okay, children, throughout the life. So eating well for good health requires a basic knowledge of food and nutrients they provide, understanding of our nutrition needs. So most important thing is we should know what kind of food we should eat, how much we should eat, when we should eat. So this kind of knowledge of diet keeps us healthy. So in this chapter we are going to learn about this knowledge of diet. Gives healthy knowledge of our diet. So if we follow proper diet, we can practice good lifelong eating habits that will help us to stay healthy as we can. So the basic need of our body is food. The basic need of our body is a good food. So for our growth and development, food is very very necessary. For proper growth and development, food is necessary. Proper growth and development, food is necessary. Growth and food is necessary. Food contains many useful components, not one, not two, 5 to 6 or more than that. These useful components are called as nutrients. What are nutrients? Nutrients are the useful components of food. So one food may contain many nutrients, few nutrients, or one nutrient very rarely. So it's almost doesn't happen that one food will contain only one nutrient. Food contains one or two nutrients or more than that. So these usual components of food are called as nutrients. Which are the nutrients which are required for our body? Number one is carbohydrate. Number two is protein. Number three is vitamin. Number four is fats. Five is minerals. And roughage. So once again I tell you the useful components of food. First is carbohydrate, second is protein, third is vitamin, fourth is fats, fifth is minerals, sixth is roughage. So the important components of food are carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fats, minerals and roughage. These are the most important elements of food. If we take this in proper quantities, so we will be healthy and we will have a long life and a healthy life. We can enjoy the life. Once again, I am telling children, if you take this properly at right amounts also, then we will not get any disease. First, we will take proteins. One by one we will discuss. First is proteins. What is a protein? A protein is a nutrient that helps the body to grow itself. For example, we can see one day our arms and leg may be of this much size. Over a period of time, the size of the arm increases because the muscle increases, the bone increases. So the proteins are responsible for this growth. The proteins increase the size and mass of our muscles. And bones. That's why proteins are also called as bodybuilders. Proteins are also called as bodybuilders because they build our body. Nam body build manadu proteins. So we all know that muscles are made up of protein. Actually, every single cell in the body has some protein. In addition to that, important parts of our body like hair, skin, eyes, body organs are all made up of proteins. These are called as bodybuilding nutrients. So our hair, our skin, our eyes, our body organs, everything contains protein. Without proteins, our body organs will not work. So this is very, very important. So proteins are very, very important parts of our body. So to increase protein, if we eat more proteins in our body, all the organs of our body will function well, will work well, will grow well. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದಷ್ಟು ಹೇರೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಲಿ ದೇ ಗ್ರೋ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್. If you won't eat proteins well, so all the parts of our body will get affected. They won't grow well. They become old. They don't look properly. So it may be hair or skin or anything. That's why proteins are also called as bodybuilding nutrients. Getting enough protein is important for everyone, especially for growing children. Depending on weight, height and the age of the child, they need between 16 to 60 gram of protein per day. These repair worn out tissues and build cells. They are mainly found in milk, curd, cheese, nuts, peas and dal. So proteins we require daily 16 gram to 60 gram of protein we require every day. So these we know our body is made up of cell. If this cell works well, we will survive. Otherwise, we will die. These cells, to manufacture these new cells, we require protein. To repair old cells, we need protein. So proteins are required in proper amounts. So where the proteins are present in milk, curd, cheese, nuts, peas and dal. Proteins are present in milk, curd, cheese, nuts, peas and dal. Peas and dal. This is our protein children. Like I told, proteins are very important. Only proteins are important, no other components are required, no children. There are many other components which are equally important. Next we will take carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. What are carbohydrates? Are most important body and readily available. So, like proteins are body builders, carbohydrates are energy givers. Energy givers. Suppose we lack in our energy, there is no energy in our body, we feel always weak and diffused, then we are lacking in carbohydrates. Carbohydrates gives energy to do work. That's why we should eat proper amount of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates provide us with lot of energy. Very important. Mostly food contains carbohydrates which body breaks down the simple sugars and gives quick energy. Most of the food contains carbohydrates which our body will break into sugar and sugar will give us energy. All carbohydrates are broken into sugars which are absorbed in the bloodstream. As the sugar level rises, the pancreas releases hormone insulin which is needed to move sugar from the blood into the cells where sugar can be used as energy. These are energy giving nutrients. Like I told, carbohydrates which will be in the blood will be broken into simple sugars, and these sugars from blood should move into cells. That is done by a hormone called as insulin. Insulin helps in breakdown of sugars to release energy, breakdown of cells to release energy. The pancreas will release an hormone called insulin which is needed to move the sugar from blood to the cells. The sugar can be used as energy, and this energy. Children who play a lot of time and people who do physical labor need a lot of food. Children who play a lot, if you do a lot of physical activity, if you do a lot of physical activity, so you require a lot of carbohydrates. Lot of carbohydrates. That's why these are also called as, like I told this before, these are called as energy giving nutrients. Energy giving nutrients. Energy giving nutrients. Are called as energy giving nutrients. Which are some of the sources which give us energy. So to be specific, we need 50 to 60% of calories. 50 to 60% of calories from carbohydrates. From carbohydrates. From carbohydrates. The two kinds of carbohydrates are simple sugars and starches. The simple sugars are fructose, glucose and lactose. Simple sugar are fructose, glucose and lactose. Which are present in fruits and milk. Which are present in fruits and milk. And next starches are present in vegetables, rice and bread. Vegetables, rice and bread. So simple sugars, starches are present in vegetables, rice and bread. Simple sugars are found mostly in fruits and milk. Fruits and milk. Next is fats. Fats are also very important, children. Fats are also very important. Fats are another energy releasers. They are another energy releasers. Fat is also an important part of our diet. It is one of the nutrients that make up the food we eat. Fat is one of the richest source of energy. 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories of energy. They are insoluble in water. They are a mixture of liquids and fats or vitamins. It is very necessary to have fat in our diet, but too much of it can affect your health. So fat, I told, like carbohydrates are energy releasers. They make up the food what we eat. Majority, or not majority, most of them will have fats. So 1 gram of fat can release 9 kilocalories of energy. 9 kilocalories of energy. Calories of energy. What are the uses of fats then? What are the uses of fats? We'll try and know what are the uses of fats. Fat helping producing energy. This I have told. Carbohydrates and along with the fats, they produce energy. They are energy producers. Next is they help in cell building also. So for the cell to form along with proteins, fats are very important. Fats are very important. Oxygen transport also, they help in oxygen transport. oxygen transport, and they help in blood clotting also. They help in blood clotting. They help in blood clotting also. And they are also helpful in producing prostaglandins. 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 Like I told, essential for functioning of our body. Fats provide essential fatty acids which are made by the body and must be obtained from food. The essential fatty acids are linoleic acid, linolenic acid. They are very important for controlling inflammation, blood clotting, and brain development. Fats also provide essential fatty acids which are not made by the body and must be obtained by food. The essential fatty acids are linoleic and linolenic acid. They are important for inflammation, blood clotting, and brain development. Inflammation, blood clotting, and brain development. They are essential for inflammation, blood clotting, and brain development. Fats. There are essential fatty acids and non-essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acids are not synthesized by our body. It should be acquired from different sources of food only. The essential fatty acids are linoleic acid, linolenic acid, linolenic acid. Linoleic acid and linolenic acid. So linoleic and linolenic acid are very important for controlling inflammation, blood clotting in brain. While it is impossible to remove fat completely from diet, it is also unhealthy practice. Some fatty acids are essential nutrients, meaning they can't be produced in the body from other compounds and need to be consumed in small amount. All other fats required body are non-essential and can be produced in the body from other components. So most of them fats have lot of disadvantages. Normally they are mainly responsible for heart attack. They are mainly responsible for heart attack. Fats are mainly responsible for heart attack. But we cannot completely remove fat from our diet. So we have to maintain them properly and eat in required amounts. Maintain them and eat them in required amounts. Next we'll discuss about vitamins. Next important is vitamins. So vitamins and minerals are not required in large quantities like carbohydrates or proteins, but they are required in very small quantities. But small quantities can do lot of good for us, and they help in functioning of our body. Many kinds of vitamins are there. So if you lack in any vitamin, it will become deficient and causes a disease. If you take vitamins in proper concentration, they bring about lot of good things. Okay. So we will find out vitamin by vitamin what are their advantages and uses. First, vitamin A. Vitamin A helps in proper vision, gives a good eyesight, proper vision. It gives proper vision and it prevents a disease called as night blindness. Night blindness. It is also required for overall growth of the body. It is also required for overall growth of the body. Overall requirement growth of the body. Next is vitamin B. Now we will take vitamin E. Vitamin E prevents sterility and muscular dystrophy. Next, vitamin D. Vitamin D helps in proper growth of bones and teeth. Helps in proper growth of bones and teeth. Vitamin D helps in proper synthesis of calcium. Vitamin C helps in wound repair, wound repair and prevents a disease called as scurvy. Once again, I will revise from first children. Today we learned our food chapter. In our food chapter, we understood the importance of a proper healthy food, which has components in required quantities. For example, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, and all. If it is present in, we can lead a healthy life and enjoy the life. First was proteins. Proteins are bodybuilders. They help in tissue repair. Okay, proteins are present in milk, fish, egg, etc. Second is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are energy releasers. Carbohydrates are two types. Carbohydrates get broken into simple sugars which release energy. Two kinds of carbohydrates are there. Simple sugars which are found in fruits and milk, like fructose, lactose, glucose, and starches are present in vegetables, bread, cereals, etc. And next we learned about fats. Fats are also energy releasers. Fats are required in proper concentration. If we eat more fat, it is harmful. But every food should contain some amount of fat, like oils, etc. Like oils, etc. should be present in proper quantity per quantity. Thank you, children.